has been working really hard on all these amazing recipes, and we have a really wonderful dinner planned. So yeah, EKAH, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit?
Hi, my name is EKAH, and I'm a visual artist. I live in Muhammad, and I am not a professional cook. I just want to tell you in advance. I just love Korean food, and I do enjoy cooking for friends and families, and um, I'm passionate about sharing Korean culture and food. So, and I learned that they never had a Korean cooking class here, so I'm the first one. So I'm excited and nervous.
Yeah, we've
Go easy on me.
we've been talking about this. So EKAH and I have collaborated a lot in different art in art realms. She's an amazing artist, so we'll have to, at the end of class when I'm sending the recording, I'll have to send your Instagram or your website, because has an amazing artistry, and so you've been featured on all these different places around town.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
got a new
rabbit.
vinyl graphic.
The rabbit at the parking lot.
In downtown Urbana.
Yeah, on Main and Broadway.
And I think there's a few of you that are also co-artists with EKAH. I know Ed.
Hi, Ed. Martha.
Few other folks.
Lori, probably.
Yeah.
What's up high, I think.
Hi.
And the parking garage, I think so.
Yeah. So we've got, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it's that city lot that, right. Yeah, I didn't see a mural.
Yeah.
It's up high, I think.
So I wanted to kind of, for folks that are joining us for the first time, I just wanted to kind of give you a little run through. As I usually say, we are all working in different kitchens today. And there's different pots and pans. So please let us know as we're going if you need anything if you need to talk through anything. I did make a little mistake, and I reached out to two people. I think there was two people that ordered the vegetarian kit, and I'm so sorry, we forgot to add the marinade. So check your email, and I sent you a little email about it, but I'll be checking with you after class about that. But
and about the saamjang.
And then if anybody is gluten-free, the only thing that is not gluten-free is this saamjang. It's the it's the chili bean paste.
Yeah.
And it does have wheat in it. So we can brainstorm other options for that sauce, but everything else is gluten-free.
Yeah. So because this is sort of the main taste that's gonna bind the whole thing together, if you are gluten-free, and if you happen to have soybean paste in your home that is gluten-free, you can just use that, mix some sesame oil and a little bit of hot water, or skip the hot water, and that should be enough to like give you a sense of the taste. Because the saamjang is basically, I can go over that later. It's pretty flexible. You can skip the gochujang, which is the chili paste. You can just use like miso paste. Anyway, I'll go over that more in detail later.
Yeah.
And sorry about those of you who are gluten-free.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe we could talk a little bit about what the menu is today. And I had such a great time learning about Saam. So do you want to kind of talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have notes throughout. This is my first time doing this. I'm not Julia Child. My husband calls me Julia, but not because I'm great at cooking, but it's because I cut myself a lot for myself, Anyway, so one of the things, first of all, yeah, so the saam means basically a wrap. So we'll basically use the lettuce to make a pouch, with all the ingredients, the meat, the rice, and kimchi if you want, and of course the saamjang paste. And it's actually a very communal dish. So we usually have everything laid out, and then often we would have a tabletop grill and cook the meat as we eat. So it's constantly being cooked.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a great, like, everyone can pitch in and flipping the meat and, cutting it or whatever. And it's a great communal dish, great for big groups, and it's also great outdoor dish if in the summer,
I bet.
because it tastes the best when you use charcoal grill, and that's just it, that extra smoky taste. It caramelizes the marinade really well, and it's delicious. At least to me, it is.
So maybe we'll have to remake these dishes before it gets too cold out
Yeah.
for
And
a
the
little
thing
cold
is,
time.
it's very versatile because you don't have to use the ribs. You can use, if you're a vegetarian, you can use a very firm mushrooms like king oyster mushrooms, or you can do fish. I love doing it with fish like salmon or mackerel.
Oh.
And you don't even have to marinate them. You just cook the fish with little salt, just grill it. And then, but the rest would be the same. You wrap it the same. There's one version called bosam, which is basically pork belly and raw oysters. It's a combo.
Wow.
It's like surf and turf. It's really delicious, but you get a different sauce. It's usually a little bit more spicy than this kind of saamjang, but again, it's very flexible, but there are many ways to make saam. And so Galbi Saam, Galbi means ribs, and literally ribs. So it's ribs wrap, because you're wrapping the rib into the lettuce. And should I just continue?
Yeah. And then we'll get you started on a few things. Maybe we could kind of go over what equipment they're going to need today.
Oh, okay.
And then we could kind of dive in.
Yeah.
I'd love to ask you about some of how you learned your recipes and things. So why don't we kind of brainstorm? So what do we have on the menu today? So we're going to be doing the Galbi Saam.
Galbi Saam is the whole thing. It is basically the meal, the dish. And then so LA style galbi is a specific cut. If you receive them, they're cross cut with, several bones on it. So this is not traditional, actually. Usually the traditional ribs would be one bone, like chunky. It's about this big. And the way they would prepare it is cut them into accordion and then lay it flat. And you leave the bone at the end, and then you marinate it that way.
Okay.
And then you grill the same way. But the theory behind the LA style is, I think it was in the 80s, there was a restaurateur chef who developed this cut because that was a lot of manual work to, to fan out the ribs. So these are machine cut usually. So it was very easy. They didn't have to do any, manual cutting. So for someone who owns a restaurant and needs fast sort of turnaround time, this was a perfect thing. But it was developed in Los Angeles, and it stuck. And now you can find these at, Costco or whatever, local supermarkets. Some may say LA style galbi or cross-cut ribs. Yeah.
And you ideally they use really thin cuts. So
Yeah.
they said it was a 1/4 inch, but it
No,
really is more
this
like a
is
half.
fine.
Yeah.
Anywhere between 1/4 and half is fine. And you can just vary the cooking time. Yeah, and these cook very fast, unlike, if you were to cook a whole chunk of ribs, it would take hours to
Yeah.
braise and
Right.
roast or whatever. But
Mhm.
these are meant to be cooked, grilled, in very short amount of time. So, it should be okay. And even if you overcook it, it's fine. It's a pretty fatty meat. So enough about the meat, because there are those who have the mushrooms. So if you have the mushrooms, you want to slice them lengthwise.
Would you say about quarter to half inch?
Yeah, quarter to half inch. You can cut them later, but since you're missing the marinade, you're just gonna grill them, and it should be fine as long as you have the other stuff. I think you can still enjoy it.
Mhm.
There are a lot of people who skip the marinade altogether. They're, just like the fish, or
Mhm.
some would use ribeyes, the whole steak, and
Oh,
just grill the whole thing and then cut it as it cooks.
okay.
So
Oh, interesting.
it's not the end of the world. This is important, the sauce. So the one's missing,
For the
yeah,
gluten-free folks.
gluten-free folks, yeah.
But they
But-
can they can eat more of the kimchi, and
Yeah,
more of the spice.
kimchi, and
Mhm.
we're gonna have side dishes, so
Yes,
you-
so
did
we
you
have, so maybe,
go through the equipment?
yeah, let's go through your equipment. So you're gonna need your any knives that you're comfortable with. We
Yeah.
have a paring knife, a chef's knife, also you're gonna use like a small cutting board. So whatever your
Yeah.
favorite cutting board is,
Yeah.
grab that.
We're not gonna need any for the meat unless you don't have kitchen shears, then, because we're gonna cut the meat after it's cooked. So if you need an extra one, because we're gonna use one for all the vegetables.
Okay.
And then you're
And
gonna need a pot.
Yeah, either a rice cooker or
Yeah, if you have a rice,
pot.
if you have a rice cooker, follow the guides. They have lines for the water and whatever.
But you want something that has a good seal. So if that pot, we're going to be using a pot because not everybody has a rice cooker.
Mhm.
So as long as you have kind of a smaller pot that has a tight lid, that will be what you normally use
Yeah.
to make rice.
But if you probably want to use something smaller than what I have here, because you have, I believe, 1 cup. Now, there's one thing you need to be mindful of measuring rice. It's not a problem if you're using a pot, but if you're using a rice cooker, the US measurement of 1 cup is not equal to the cup that comes with your rice cooker usually.
I've actually messed my rice
Yeah,
cooker up.
yeah.
I killed my rice cooker
Yeah,
because of that.
Yeah. So you want to use, if you have that cup, you use that
Yeah.
to measure the cup, and then fill the water to the 1 cup line or 2 cup, whatever rice you have. Since we're gonna be cooking in the pot, so the ratio is roughly 1 cup rice to one cup and eighth, anywhere between an eighth and a quarter cup water. So it's little more water than the rice.
Okay.
Now I told Sarah this. I never see, when my family came to the US, my both my parents worked, and I was in charge of making sure that rice was made every day before they came home.
I love that.
So, but we had a rice cooker, and but even then, I never measured.
Yeah.
So I would basically like use my fingers to measure the water, and so like this whole recipe was a challenge for me because I learned Korean cooking without measuring anything.
Yeah.
So it's all about like, cook a little bit and use a little bit of that. It was all like that. So what that little bit, was.
Having to determine what that little bit
Yeah.
is.
So unless you've done it enough, it's really hard to say, all my recipes that I wrote down for my mom or grandma, it says cook just a little bit and then, add just a little bit or, but not too much. But I never know what that means. I had to
Yeah.
figure out making a lot of mistakes.
And that's actually something that's really, so we do cookie classes both in person and virtual, as many of you know. And that is a similar situation for a lot of our home cooks, is like
Right.
trying to put it into a
Yeah.
recipe format
Yeah.
for folks. Because the other thing
Yeah.
is like you're you know how it's supposed to taste.
Mhm.
So I appreciate you going through the extra work of writing it all down. And I think this will really help with with all the flavors. But
it's all very flexible once you kind of get used to Korean cooking. You will notice you can omit some things or add more of this or that depending on what you like. So it shouldn't be a problem.
Isabel says, my mom's recipes have things like 1 centimeter of soy sauce. LOL. I love that.
1 centimeter in a big pot or a small pot.
I know, right?
So before we get into the rest of the stuff, I think we want to start the rice maybe because this one takes the longest to cook.
Okay. Sounds
So
good.
if you have your
So we got your recipe cards here.
yeah, if you have your rice cooker, you can start pouring your thing in there, but make sure it corresponds to the cup that comes with the rice cooker.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be off by a lot if you.
Yeah. Is anybody using a rice cooker today, or are we all gonna use a pot? Feel free to put it in the chat. But yeah, our recipe says 1 cup Korean or short grain sushi rice to 1 1/8 cup water.
So
Elise is using a rice cooker. Great. Okay, Rebecca's using a rice cooker.
okay, just follow the cup and the guideline in the cooker. Otherwise, I can't be responsible for it.
I'll tell you what ends up happening is
Yeah.
starch ends up coming out of all of the holes.
Yeah,
And you're like, what's going on? My
I don't
husband was not so happy.
Yeah,
about
I
that.
don't know where that started. It's probably because of different standard of measurements
Yeah.
in cooking. We don't usually have like tablespoon, teaspoon
Yeah.
kind of thing in Korea. We just use, if it's a tablespoon, it'll be a spoon they use to eat.
Yeah.
That would
right.
be your tablespoon, so.
Okay, so for rice, let's so we're gonna rinse it and then also
So put the rice in your pot if you're doing, now we're doing double because this pot is a bit larger than I would like. That's why we're doing double, but you follow the kit that you have, which should be 1 cup, right?
yeah.
And then so the water, now we're gonna rinse it first
Okay.
and then we're gonna let it soak for about 10 minutes.
Okay, so
So-
I'll get a little close-up camera going here for you.
So I'm gonna start rinsing. You guys start rinsing too. A few times, 2-3 times is fine.
All right. So we've had other teachers also, soak rice, like our Indian instructor.
Now, one thing I want to mention to you is, I think we talked about this short or medium grain rice. Now, in Korean cooking, we never use long grain rice, such as basmati or jasmine. They're very different rice, and if you just remember that, it's like sushi rice, it should be sticky but not mushy. So that should be enough.
Just so it's a little less opaque.
Yeah, but I mean, these days they already come,
Washed.
relatively clean. Whereas I remember when I was a kid, you really had to wash them like a long time.
Mm.
So
Okay.
now I'm gonna put maybe 2 cups, well, because it's double.
Yeah, you're gonna put 1 and 1/8 cup water.
Yeah,
And is it cold water?
yes.
Cold water.
Hold on.
So 1 and 1/8 cup water. And so we strained all of the water out of our rice.
Yeah, you can actually rest like this. It's up to you. But I'm afraid I'm gonna forget as we do this, so we're gonna soak in here.
Oh, let me double check. Julia is saying she's having issues with a microphone. Can everybody hear us okay?
My microphone?
Julia, okay. Yeah, Julia, feel free, maybe leave and come back and maybe it's the audio because it looks like, I'm not sure. You're not unmuted, so let me know. I'll also
Oh.
put it into the chat. Okay.
Oh, everyone
I think
is
everyone's good.
unmuted?
No, everybody's good. So I think Julia was having trouble with her audio.
Okay, so I'm gonna need
Okay.
I'm just gonna set this aside.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe I'll put it over here so that we
Yeah.
can see more.
yeah,
Okay, so we have our water in our rice and we're just letting it soak for now. It's cold water.
I'm gonna
If you
put
already
a-
started your rice, that's okay, but we're gonna soak ours.
Yeah, if you have a, rice cooker,
Mm-hmm,
just start it. It can stay warm after, so.
mm-hmm.
I put a timer for soaking, but it's not the end of the world. Like anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. Now, if you want to soak for 30 minutes, I recommend that you don't put the water. You drain it and then let it rest like that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so soak in rice. And then we're gonna do that for about 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
Now we'll talk about the marinade a
Yeah.
little bit, even though you have everything marinated already.
Mhm.
I made the marinade on the bland side because I knew we would be having saltier things.
Uh-huh.
Because when you have really salty ribs and everything else being salty, it'll just be too salty.
Yeah.
So, but if you want to do an entree like by itself without the Saam, you can make it saltier, add more soy. If you like more sweetness, you can add more, sugar or more of the Korean pear. So this is what the Korean pear looks like. They're pretty big, maybe about the size of a grapefruit, maybe slightly smaller.
Show it up to the camera. Yeah. So we carry smaller Korean pears, but
Yeah,
these ones are like, yeah,
Big.
they really are a grapefruit size.
yeah. These are like in prime season right now. So if you
Mhm.
go to H Mart or wherever,
Mhm.
it's the right time to get them.
Isabel says Korean pear is my favorite fruit, so crunchy and juicy.
They're delicious. I love them. But when they're not in season, they can taste a bit like radish. So I don't like to eat them off season. This is big enough to make a huge batch. So like typically I would use maybe half of it and then use the other half to just eat or make a big batch and freeze the marinade. And then again, you can add more garlic, soy, and
So if you were to make the marinade again,
Mhm.
you would peel the
you
Korean
would,
pear,
yeah,
portion it out, and then
peel core and then cut into, chunky size so that they fit into your processor, whatever you use, whether it's a handheld or something that can puree it. So it could be a blender. If you don't have a blender type of thing, this is actually
I
labor
get a close up of this.
labor intensive. So I only use it when I do like small purees. This is a grater that has no holes, but it's got like teeth. They're almost like cat's tongue.
Yeah, it really does look like that.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Um,
And I've seen some potters, start to make these where it's like
Yeah.
they're smaller, but these are kind of sharp. They really
These
do
are sharp.
have.
Yeah, but they also come in ceramic, form. They're a little bit smoother, but you can grate ginger. Make sure you peel the ginger, unless the ginger is very young and fresh, then the skin is almost translucent or transparent, and that you can eat the skin. But these I would recommend peeling. So you grate what you need. Same with, you can grate, what do you call it?
Garlic.
Onions,
Mhm.
garlic, whatever. But if you were to do this for the marinade, you'll be doing this for a long time. So, I recommend using a blender or something.
And sorry, Julia, yeah, we did the marinade for the meat, and it had the pear,
Yeah.
and
Everything.
we also included the marinade in your Galbi Gui recipe card. So if you wanted to make it
Yeah.
again, basically it's like onion, garlic,
Yeah.
ginger, brown sugar, pepper, soy sauce, a little water.
Yeah. And then it should puree to like an applesauce consistency.
Mhm.
So, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, perfect.
And again, it's very flexible. You don't have to follow it to a T. You add more of what you like, less of, take out what you don't like. The ratio can be varied. And then, so briefly about saamjang. So the main ingredients for saamjang can be, is basic. Oh, this one is saamjang.
Mhm.
So this is relatively a new thing. They don't, it would, we never bought saamjang when we were growing up. And when I was growing up, we made them because it's basically half and half or 2-to-1 of soybean paste, which is doenjang, and gochujang, which is a fermented chili paste. And they're usually slightly sweet.
Mhm.
So the ratio I would use at home is two soybean paste and 1 gochujang. And then,
And we have that recipe here.
yeah,
that
the
we
recipe
added if
should
you
be
want to make it.
included if you want to make it at home
Mhm.
on your own. If you don't like spicy, you can omit this altogether, but you want to add some sugar to make it sweeter,
Mhm.
because soybean will not have any sugar in it.
So if they don't like spicy and they wanted to make the saamjang again, they don't have to add a gochujang, which is the pepper paste, but they would really want the soybean paste and
Yeah.
and honey.
And then now they do come in gluten-free versions if you look around. This one is 100% brown rice, and it is gluten-free. If you look at the English ingredients,
Mhm.
it shouldn't have any wheat in it.
And my coworker did put some little pictures in to your recipe cards to
Mhm.
kind of go over some of the different
Options
for
Gluten
brands
free.
that
Yeah.
EKAH recommends if you were to. There was some things that we did source from H Mart because
Mhm.
we don't carry saamjang, so that would be a kind of a nice
Mhm.
exploration
Yeah.
for you if you wanted to pick up some ingredients.
Yeah. And if you're vegetarian and don't eat fish or have, fish allergies, there's a sauce called yondu, and it's also from the same brand, Sempio,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fermented plant extract.
Mm.
So, you would substitute fish sauce with this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
Because that kind of gives it that umami
yeah,
flavor.
very much so.
Mhm,
And you
mhm.
don't need a lot. It's usually like
Mhm.
a teaspoon at the most, you know. And then so quickly, jang means sauce, and it's usually a fermented sauce.
Mhm.
We have, I mean, we have a lot of jangs, different jangs. Like soy sauce is called kanjang, and gochujang is basic. Gochu is chili pepper, and then jang is the sauce. And then we also have fermented extracts like the fish sauce or plant fermented plants, you know.
So jang, that last part is
Yeah,
the main
usually
sauce.
kind of thicker, you know, pasty kind of
So
sauce.
saamjang wrap sauce.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
if you understand sort of part of the word, you kind of get, oh, that's a sauce for something, you know.
I love that.
Yeah. And then now I think we should actually wash the vegetables, and I'll go through what we're
Yeah.
doing with them after we've washed them. Oh, as I wash them.
That sounds great. So we're gonna use bowls and colanders. So if you have something like that,
Yeah.
we're gonna wash all of our vegetables, lettuce, zucchini,
Yeah, the
peppers.
peppers, green onions, the perilla leaves.
Yeah, I'm super excited to work with perilla leaves. I've grown those before, and I think that will be really fun for you. Okay, so we're
Actually,
gonna. Oh, that's our
yeah.
timer.
So I'm gonna start the rice actually.
Okay, and do we want it on low heat or
Medium high,
medium?
a little bit higher than medium.
Okay.
And then we'll keep the lid closed.
So again, we soaked our rice for 10 minutes and now we're putting the lid on,
Yeah.
medium, high.
And I'm putting a timer for about 7 minutes and check because that should be about when it starts to boil.
Okay.
Because we're
tends-
gonna reduce the temperature.
Yeah, ours tends to boil a little bit fast, as
Oh.
some participants know, so we'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so everybody's who's not doing a rice cooker, now's the time to put your rice on the stove.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let us know if I'm going too fast or whatever. I
Okay.
can
And then we've
yeah.
got a bowl here.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna start with this one first.
Okay, start with our lettuce.
Actually, no. I want to start here.
Great. So the lettuce is gonna be something that we're building for the Saam. That's like the first part of the wrap.
Okay. Oh, doesn't. I was hoping I'll fit into this.
So you're just taking the leaves off of
Yeah. The base.
the base.
If you have a big I guess I could have used the other color.
Sorry, Zoe, let me see. So these are the perilla leaves. Did you get these? Okay, great. They're with the dry. All right, great. So Ekka's just taking them off, kind of separating the leaves. So we'll have you do that with
Yeah.
cold water.
Now you can use a salad spinner at the end if you want, or just shake them and yeah.
Okay.
We'll let them drain like that until we eat.
Okay, nice. So she's kind of propping them up against the bowl.
But if you don't You're not, you know, if it's just if it's just two people eating, you may not need the whole head, but so you can just wash some of it and not all of it.
Right. We did soak these yesterday when we got them in. That's a trick that our produce department does is they'll cut the stem of the lettuce and then soak it into Tony said, repeat what you said about the head. Okay, so you'll probably if Eka was saying you might not need the entire head
Yeah,
of lettuce, but if you want to wash them all, you're welcome.
yeah, it's up
I'm
to
sure I'm
since-
sure it will get eaten even if you wash it. So we're just peeling off the leaves.
And if you
Eventually.
have more than you need, then you can just dry them off well and then keep them
Yeah.
in the fridge. I'm just tearing off the wilted parts here. I usually dunk the whole thing in a big thing like this
Big bowl.
with water in it and then rinse that way. But this is fine too. Tearing those off too.
Should remove any of the wilted parts. Sometimes it
Yeah.
got bruised.
So you can use bib lettuce, Boston lettuce, butter lettuce, anything that's kind of soft. You can use a green leaf as well. And you can use romaine. This one doesn't look so hot. But that they will be hard to sort of, I'm just gonna toss these. They'll be hard to wrap. And these are more malleable, so more flexible. Oh, oops. More flexible, so they'll be easier to make a little pouch at the end.
Perfect. Okay.
Let me just toss these.
Nice is going a little strong.
Is it? That's okay. Just, yeah.
Lower it a little bit.
We want it to be like that in the beginning.
Okay.
So we want to lower after.
Keep it higher with this bubble with these bubbles.
Is that medium?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be bubbly.
Okay.
That's normal. If your pot is small, they'll overflow. And it's okay if it does. You just have to clean your surface afterwards.
Do a little lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you cook at too low of temperature, they'll become kind of soggy. So
Okay.
you don't want that.
Okay.
And it's normal to develop crust at the bottom when you cook in a pot.
Okay.
And to a lot of Koreans, they're like really good part.
Like a delicacy. Yeah.
Well, not a delicacy, but we like at the end of a meal, we might like pour hot water and boil it. And it
Oh.
becomes almost like a brown rice tea, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. And
Nice.
or you scrape it off. You can make fried rice with it or snacks with them.
Mhm.
You know, you can pan it and they become like crispy treats.
Love it.
But we're not gonna do that today.
Okay, so washing other
Oh, yes,
goodies.
yeah,
So we've
I'm gonna
got
continue.
our zucchini
I think
and
I'll
then
bring
peppers.
yeah.
We've got all these cute lunchbox peppers is what they call them.
Yeah, those are tasty,
Yeah.
sweet and
They're
tasty.
colorful.
Yeah.
Our farmers grow a lot of them. Okay, so continue the washing.
Yeah.
Zucchini.
So after I wash these, I'll show you, well, after I wash the vegetables, I will show you some of the optional veggies that you can use.
Oh, we got our timer. So That was
Now you can
the,
lower,
lower it
but
down?
not low. It should be
Okay.
like medium low.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do it for about 20 minutes.
Okay, so lower your rice down,
To medium low,
medium low.
but not low.
Medium low, but not low. So you want to see a little bit of,
Yeah,
Bubbles.
it has to keep cooking, so we don't want it to be just sitting with no bubbles. It has to cook down completely. I never thought I would be cooking live like this
here you are.
in front of
I love it. I knew.
you did?
Yeah. Okay, so now we're on to the perilla leaves.
Yeah.
We're gonna be washing perilla, peppers, zucchini, lettuce, green onions.
These are slightly wilted. If there's one that's like really brown, don't eat it.
Okay.
But they should perk up a little bit, but I don't know. Now, perillas grow naturally in the wild, so usually they're grown organically. But I don't know how. These are a little wimpy looking, but anyway, we'll deal with them. We'll kind of
Lay them out to dry.
Yeah.
Like laundry.
the laundry.
Okay.
You can I'm afraid you'll bruise these if you were to spin in a salad spinner, but you can certainly do that with your
Lettuce.
lettuce. Yes. This one is wilted, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine.
Okay.
It does look like laundry. Uh, and then doing laundry is not my favorite chore
I know,
either.
me too, me too. Okay. Making it look pretty, Eka. I should have known.
Okay,
And
that's
then we've got
that.
green onions.
Green
Yeah.
onions. Now I'm gonna just quickly.
Just remove any of the
Yeah, I'll
wilted.
cut those after. We'll cut the ends too.
Okay.
That looks okay. Now we're not gonna use we're gonna use 2 of these for when we eat the saam,
Uh-huh.
and 1 of them for the soybean sprouts.
Okay. And then got checking on the rice. A lot of the water has evaporated, so
That's
doing
good.
good. Let us know where your rice is at.
And if anyone is, falling behind, just, tell us in the chat. And we can kill time doing other things while you catch up. Okay, so I think that's that.
Okay.
I'm going to actually wash 1 more vegetable, even though you didn't get it in the kit. Now, these are edible chrysanthemum. Sometimes they're called Chinese crown daisy, but in Korean they're called sukkat, and they're slightly herby green. You can get them here. You can get a huge thing like this at H Mart. This is like probably 2 pounds maybe. And I think there's also another Chinese name, Tongho. It's Tongho. Anyway, you know, depending on availability, I would use these instead of the perilla leaves. But you can use both also, whatever you like. You should definitely try them and see. This makes really good side dish as well if you cook it down. But anyway, I'm just gonna wash these real quick.
Sounds good.
Is there a way for?
Yeah, I'll bring this back to you. Angela said, would you turn off the heat on the rice if the water evaporated?
No, not yet.
Eka's got a timer for another
Yeah.
13 minutes, so keep it on. Even though it kind of ours looks like it's getting there, just keep cooking it. Cool. Hi, Angela. So glad you're here.
Let me see. Yeah, you open the lid.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so after we watch vegetables, what will we be prepping the veggies, or will we be moving on to the meats?
We're going to prep the veggies
Okay.
and then put them aside.
Okay. So if you're ahead of us,
Oh, by the way, you don't have to wash the soybean sprouts yet,
okay.
if that's what you're doing. But if you have, that's fine too. Then you're ahead. Right here. And then, okay.
All right, so you'll need your cutting board.
We're doing, we did that already, right?
So maybe we should have them start prepping veg.
Yeah, we're gonna wash and cut.
Okay.
Oh, and
for you.
you can peel maybe 4 garlic cloves.
Okay.
Cloves. So we're gonna use 1, 2.
So 4 garlic cloves. We'll take the skin off of those.
Yeah. We'll do that after we.
So right now we're just going to be working on the Saam vegetables, the vegetable wrap section. So you'll thinly slice peppers, scallions, place them on a plate. We've already detached the leaves and the perilla, and then you need knives.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly use a couple of these. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna cut the peppers.
Ed says the kimchi is in big pieces. Should it be chopped smaller?
That's up to you. Yeah, if you want to cut into a quarter of those, that's totally up to you.
Okay.
I don't know if I should cut all of them. I don't know if we'll
Yeah,
need
we
all
could
of.
do 3 for now.
Yeah, we'll do
If
3.
you're working with 2 other folks, you can chop all 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're just using a chef's knife, and then will you just talk out what if they're are we gonna chop the peppers in half and then get rid of the seeds and then slice them thin, or did you want them sliced like into circles?
Circles are fine. Okay, so while we're at doing peppers, I'm gonna show you. These are the Korean peppers that you can find at H Mart. These are mild Korean peppers. So they're kind of, I really like the flavors of these. Even if you're not, even if you have trouble eating spicy foods, these should be fine. And then Anaheim peppers are the closest thing as far as taste and texture goes, but they're obviously a lot larger. Not the Cuban ones. These are Anaheim. They're mild, sweet, but maybe a hint of a kick.
Yeah.
Very similar to the Korean ones.
Just like a little spice.
If I can't find these, this is what I get.
Mhm.
And we often eat these by itself with saamjang. I just dip it into the saamjang and just bite off the pepper.
Delicious.
And then the perilla leaves you can also find at H Mart. These are like 3, whatever
Bunches.
bunches.
So everybody got one bunch
Okay.
of those little guys.
So we're just gonna, this is for when we eat later with the meat. So you want to cut into, whatever
Thin
thin
slices.
slices that you can put in your mouth, because we're gonna make that pouch, remember? And that pouch, it's all in one. You don't bite into it. It's just,
You kind of stuff it in your mouth.
yes. And the whole point of that is because Korean cooking is all about combination of flavors. And so when you bite into it, you get only a partial taste of what it should taste like. So we don't recommend that. I see people like biting into kimbap. That's not recommended. You eat
You
like
stuff it in.
you stuff it in. You put the whole piece in your mouth, then you get all of the taste. So like if you've had bibimbap, you mix it all together and you get all of the flavors together. It's the same principle. This one I'm just gonna leave.
Great.
Oops.
Beautiful. So we're doing 3 peppers sliced thin,
I think.
and then we're kind of stopping once it gets to the pith.
I think I'm gonna, no, it's okay. I think
Different knife.
I brought my own knife just in case.
Julia says, do you leave the seeds? We'll eat the seeds.
You-
These seeds
you,
are,
you can take the seeds out.
you can take the seeds out. These ones aren't spicy at all.
No, they're
Um,
sweet peppers.
So you can do either way. I do have an extra sharp one if you want.
I got it.
that one.
I got it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this up a little bit. All right.
And mind your fingers. I'm always cutting myself, burning myself.
That just means you're that you're cooking a lot to have
My
that happen, you know?
my husband does the sharpening,
Oh, nice.
and these get pretty sharp.
Mhm.
So he always warns me when I'm about to start chopping something. I'm just gonna toss these two.
Okay.
Okay.
Can get you a scrap bowl too. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure. If you compost or whatever.
Yeah. All right. And then on to the green onions. And then, so 2 of them are going to be for the Saam. And then do you want to just chop them all up
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This way we'll have them all ready to go.
And then the third, so two are gonna go for the Saam wrapping. And then the other one will
Yeah.
go,
So the veggies that will go with the Saam, you can put in one plate.
that's good.
So we're gonna start with the Saam scallions. Sorry about that. So
And then do you
this is the
use,
bowl?
yeah,
Oh,
do you use just the green part or
I use
you
everything.
use it all?
Yeah.
Great. So the whites and the green.
Yeah, so you're gonna cut these like in a slight bias, maybe about an inch long or so,
Looks
thin
delish.
slices.
Sounds good.
I think for two people, one might be enough.
How many would you put into a wrap when you're?
Oh, so that depends. Sometimes I put two or
Uh-huh.
three,
Okay.
depending on how much you like
Mhm.
raw green onions. So you can gauge that yourself if you think this is gonna be too much. But you can start little, like one piece at a time.
How often do you eat some?
Um, if I do fish, I would eat that once a week.
Mhm.
But sometimes just for lunch when
Yeah.
when I'm, because I usually have rice either frozen or something. So,
Mhm.
and then if I have leftover fish, I'll just wash some lettuce and start wrapping.
That sounds really
Yeah.
healthy and fresh.
Yeah, I love
Look
some.
at her. She's building a palette with all her veggies. They look so pretty, don't they?
Oh, I should have done the other way, yellow,
No.
orange.
No.
So I think, I don't know, should we do more? What do
I
you
think
think?
that's good for now.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
For if you're two people, that should be enough. I mean, you can
And
always chop some more.
Here's the garlic.
Okay. So we're gonna use maybe one's enough too. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Okay.
Um,
So we put 4 cloves, but really it's just to give people enough on the plate
yeah.
so they don't have to keep prepping.
So we'll need at least one for the sprouts, and these are actually big, so
yeah, they were pretty big.
I might use 1.5 for this. I'm
Okay.
not sure. We'll see.
Yeah. So again, these are sliced thin just so they're not getting a whole chunk of garlic in this
right. You want really thin because I mean there are people who don't like raw garlic at all. It could be a bit much.
Mhm.
So you can skip that. It's optional. I think we can do just one.
Just one since they're
Yeah.
bigger. Okay.
Um,
And
you know, almost
kind of shaving it
yeah,
down.
almost shave thin.
Good job. Nice.
When my brother was like 4 years old, he would eat these whole.
You just eat garlic?
Yeah, like
Aw,
popcorn
as a kid?
as a kid.
Wow.
So my mom would peel like a bowl of garlic and he would just start eating.
He probably had the best immune system.
I don't know.
All the garlic fighting them off. I
It-
had a Ukrainian friend that he would eat pickled garlic all the time. Right
Oh.
before we would do we were in running club together, and so he would always smell garlic, like it would seep out of his pores because he ate so much garlic. And he would eat garlic just to like before a run to kind of like set his adrenaline going.
Oh, wow.
It's so intense sometimes.
So I think I'm gonna use part of this for actually I'll need both. So
Okay, so we're also we sliced up like 1.5 garlic cloves, really, really thin, put them on the bowl. And then and put them on the plate. And then we have 2 garlic cloves that you're gonna prep for the sprouts, is that
Yeah,
right?
but I think I'll do that later. I'll just keep it aside for now.
Okay,
Um,
okay, and then what else for the
so we
veg?
have,
We've got the lettuce,
uh,
we've got the perilla
so-
leaves.
so this part you can,
So
rice
that's
cook.
the rice.
Yeah, so it should, now you want to put it low,
Okay,
like-
super low.
super low.
All right, everybody, we're putting our rice really low now. Like just warming low or
Yeah, yeah, almost warm, but
just, okay,
little bit higher than warm.
okay. Okay,
And then I think we're okay for
right.
another,
so that's the last bit, the last stage is just putting it on very, very low
yeah,
temperature for the rice.
yeah.
Okay,
It needs to kind of rest, and then it'll keep reducing too. But we'll
Okay.
give it a good stir once,
okey-dokey. And
once
then,
it's all warm. So, oh, I was talking about the vegetables. You can add other veggies. You can like do matchstick carrots,
mm,
radish. You can even use the Korean pear into matchsticks
oh,
to
nice.
add a little bit of sweetness,
And crunch.
a crunch. But these will have crunch, so
Okay. That's good.
and then I don't remember.
Then I think maybe we move on to,
Okay, I'm
we
gonna
want to do
talk about.
sprouts or?
Yeah, I'll do the sprouts, but first I'll talk about what banchan is.
Okay,
So banchan is basically it means side dish. So in Korean food, we always have rice and then many banchans. You can have a few to like, table full of them. And typically maybe one entree. And everything is communal except the rice and maybe a bowl of soup. Those are your own. But everything else you eat, you share. You can bring it to your bowl and eat it or whatever. But it's almost always communal, except when you have a bowl of noodles, then you get your own bowl.
Okay.
But banchan is always shared. It's you don't get your own banchan.
So the banchans that we're gonna make, well, we have the kimchi, which is one of the
Yeah.
banchans.
And then we're gonna have the soybean sprouts, which we'll cook after I talk about this.
Okay.
And then we'll cook also the zucchini. But we'll do that while we'll prep the zucchini while we cook the sprouts.
Okay.
So banchan is a side dish, not an appetizer. So we don't eat banchan first and then rice and entree. We eat everything at once. So you eat banchan between your bites of whatever you're having,
So when they're building the Saam and they're doing a whole mouthful of the Saam wrap,
Yeah,
then they'll kind of intersperse the banchan.
exactly, between the bites or sometimes with the bite.
So like kimchi would be kind of like eaten on its own rather than.
Actually, we're gonna put kimchi in our wrap.
Okay.
So kimchi, usually we almost never eat it by itself, because they're salty and can be spicy. So the rice is always that great neutralizer, like bread is,
Yeah.
you rarely eat ham alone or this alone.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So they taste great together, I think. So all banchan is made with that in mind. You think about having it with the rice in every bite, So, and then now we'll get to the
The sprouts.
sprouts.
Okay.
Now you can get these. This is smaller. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how much this is, but usually I get a pound bag.
We did a half pound for folks.
Half of it? Okay, so that's good. And I think you have everything in
Yep, everything's pre-portioned except the only thing I think that we need to prep still is
the salt.
the green onion chopped
Okay,
and then
okay,
the garlic.
okay. So we're gonna, this one, they should usually be clean. So we're just gonna do a quick rinse rather
Okay.
than, and we'll rinse it in the pot you're gonna cook in.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna do another kind of soup pot. Here, I'll get a
I'm
close
just
up.
gonna put this here for a second.
Okay. Just pour the sprouts into another pot.
Yeah,
Will they need a pot that has a lid on it?
yes.
Okay,
Um,
either way. Okay.
So this pot is probably bigger than it needs to be, but this will reduce down to very small amount. That's why I buy a a pound bag and then reduce. So let's do a quick rinse.
Okay. And I've been dying to ask you, have you been to the, I butchered the name of it, but the Korean restaurant across from Analog, is it Majitsa?
Mashita grill.
Majitsa?
Mhm.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Mashita.
Majitsa.
So mashita means delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Aw,
but it's sort of a casual form.
uh-huh.
So you don't want to say that to people you just meet. You say 맛있어요.
And what would that mean?
That means it's delicious,
Delicious,
but
but more formal.
more polite. You can say 맛있다 to your friends or family members. So you drain the liquid,
Okay, drain the liquid after rinsing.
and then we're gonna put I think if this is
So we edited the recipe to be for a half a pound.
yeah
Of soy spoon. So it looks like a quarter cup water.
yeah quarter cup yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna add a quarter cup of water to our sprouts. So will you pronounce it? Is it Kongnamul?
Give me 1 second. It's 콩나물.
Yeah, I can give you a quarter cup if you need it.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. So basically, add the water. Should I cook here or here?
Here's fine.
Here's
Sorry, Elise, ours says a quarter cup of water. Is that what you had?
yeah.
Um,
So we're gonna start cooking this. Keep the lid on.
okay.
Um,
Low heat, medium heat.
It should be medium heat.
Okay.
And then it's for about 10 minutes or
So
so.
we're kind of steaming these sprouts,
Mhm.
and then we'll chop 2 cloves of garlic and slice 2 scallions to set
Is it
aside.
on?
So we'll
So
set a little timer for
So
that.
I'm setting it for about 8 minutes just to check on it. And then I want to check the rice now. Do you have can I use this? I should have bought the rice scooper.
Yeah. Come on over. Does everybody's recipes say half a cup on your recipe cards? Or did it say a quarter cup? Our recipe said a quarter.
Okay, that's fine.
Either way.
So I put a quarter too.
Okay.
Okay, now I think the rice is,
Oh, in the narrative it says that. Okay,
slightly mushy than I would like.
okay.
Oh, well. Yeah, I think I should have left it higher in the beginning.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm giving it a quick stir and then put it on low. Is it on low?
Yes. You want it still on low?
Like warm?
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll just leave it like that.
Okay. So we stirred it a little bit and then we'll keep it on low. Okay.
I'm just gonna do this here.
I see. I see. So in the directions it said a half a cup. So we initially had you doing like a larger amount of soybean sprouts, but we actually didn't need it. So you're right. In the directions it says a half a cup.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sorry, but the ingredients is halved.
Oh,
So
okay.
either way, it's probably they'll still have the if you put a half cup of water instead of a quarter cup, is that okay still?
Yeah, it's a quarter cup.
Okay.
Do quarter cup.
Okay.
That's for this quarter cup is better.
So yeah, if you wouldn't mind just looking at the ingredients, sorry about the issue in the directions.
Yeah.
We'll just keep with what's said in the
Yeah.
ingredients.
Um
Okay.
Also, if you wanna, send me an email, I can send you an updated version if you would like, or if you have additional questions, just feel free to message me.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
oh, okay, now we're going to prep the garlic
Okay.
and the things that's gonna go in here, which is, we're gonna use one of these.
Okay, so we're only gonna do one green onion slice. It says a half a stalk green onion slice, but we gave you a whole one, so you could probably do them all.
Oh, yeah, well, I
We
think
didn't use all of the green onion for the Saam, so I think that's why we had extra.
oh, okay,
Yeah, however you want. I'll just
yeah, I'll just,
doing another bias cut on the green onion
no, that's just for the other one.
for the Saam.
For these, I'm gonna do rounds,
Okay.
like, just gonna leave this here. We wanted the thin sort of, rounds like that.
Okay. Small
Yeah,
cuts.
because these will barely cook. They go in at the end when you stir.
Mhm.
So we're not actually like really cooking them.
So slice those green onions thin, and then we're getting some steam off of our
Yeah, that's good.
sprouts, which is
Because we
good.
want the water to almost evaporate.
Okay.
We'll check, yeah, in about
We got a little timer
3, 4.
going.
Yeah,
In a couple of minutes, we'll check it out. But it looks like once we turn off the heat, you'll add the garlic, scallion, salt, fish sauce, and sesame oil. And then we also gave you some sesame seeds for 2 recipes. So I'll need to reach open. But we did give you some sesame seeds for both the soybean sprouts and what was it? And the zucchini. So you'll be able to use this for both recipes.
so I'm
Sound
just
good?
roughly chopping the garlic.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be fine.
Kind of rough
Yeah,
mince.
I mean, you can go fine if you want, but up to you. Depending on how much you like garlic.
We did a clove and a half. So depending on how much garlic you want in your soybean sprouts, you could
So
do
this is actually, I'm gonna use only half of this.
okay, so 1 garlic clove.
This is about, I don't know, a tablespoon. So we're gonna use half of that for soybean sprouts and save
And
half
we're gonna use all of this
all of
for
this for this. the sprouts.
So we did basically
1.5.
1.5 green onions or 1 green onion.
You can
just
you can
slice.
put the rest if you want. That's up to you. This we're gonna use all for the sprouts, but we'll use half of the garlic for the sprouts and save half for the zucchini.
And I think, Eka, you only used most of the green for green of the green onion, and then you kind of use some of the rest of the white for added to the Saam plate. Is that right? Or did you chop
I
up all
use
the white?
everything,
Okay,
everything.
Okay.
I don't like
like to separate them.
separate them. I eat them all,
Okay, so they could use both the white
yeah,
and green.
yeah.
No problem. Okay. That sound okay?
Yes.
All right.
So are we
So
all
we're-
good?
Yeah, I think we're doing good. And it looks
I'm
like
just gonna
most of the water
quickly.
is gone.
All right, let
Um,
me check.
So we've got
It
a lot of our
okay.
water.
It's still. Can we put it low?
So we're lowering ours because a lot of our water is kind of steamed out. And they're getting a little bit more tender.
So these should be thoroughly cooked. It shouldn't taste like raw sprouts, but
Okay.
it should still have a slight crunch.
Okay.
I think this is about okay. Now we can turn it off.
Okay. So
And-
if anybody is still working and still has water on your pan, keep steaming it, right?
Mhm.
But then once most of the
Yeah,
steam is
if there's a
gone.
little bit left, that's okay.
Okay.
It shouldn't be like no water. If there's a little bit, that's fine.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we're gonna rest for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Is this for Kongnamul? Yeah, okay.
Great.
So Kongnamul should be done.
Great. And then
But actually, it's not done. We have to season.
add all
So,
the veggies in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let us know where you guys are at, where your sprouts are at. Sometimes our pan gets a little bit fast, but we're gonna talk through what we're putting into our sprouts when it's time for you guys
Yeah.
to put it into. So yeah, I would
So I
say-
think I wrote down 10 minutes to cook, but you can probably check at 8 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on the size. When I do double this, 10 minutes is fine.
you need it.
But
Yeah,
since it's half the amount, this went faster than I anticipated.
sounds good.
So,
Okay,
um,
and then we're just gonna be adding a bunch of ingredients in.
yeah, so we're gonna add half of the garlic.
Because we had done like 2 cloves, so you're
Yeah.
gonna put your
Did I say?
chopped clove of garlic
Pepper.
in there.
Now, pepper is, I'm kind of like eyeballing it. You don't have to be exact.
Lori, that's okay if yours still has water. It might be, everybody's like, sprouts are not ready yet. That's okay.
Yeah, it's
Feel free.
okay.
Keep steaming them. Maybe increase your heat just a little bit. And you'll kind of steam out a lot of that water. And if there'll still be some water in the bottom, most likely. But we're basically adding all of the pre-portioned pieces for this recipe. We didn't add all of our black pepper. We added kind of just a
Yeah, I
pinch.
didn't add all of the sesame either, but up to you. You can put everything if you want.
Yeah, we wanted to save some sesame for the zucchini, so it's kind of great that we only did about a little bit of the sesame seeds. So what's going into the sprouts is the 1 clove of garlic that you chopped. We put our fish sauce in. We put a teaspoon of sesame seeds.
Yeah, I actually saved some sesame seeds for
The
the
zucchini.
zucchini.
We put our sesame oil in.
I'm gonna put some salt. Like I'm gonna do a couple of pinches, maybe,
Okay.
or 3.
3 pinches of salt.
Now here you can, if you want, you can add the fish sauce. It's optional. Now this, you might need to put only half, because yeah, it can get kind of salty, but I need to taste it.
Sounds good. We'll get you some spoon. You got little tongs going, so you
Yeah.
can Mix it all together.
You basically want to toss it together. Oh, and if you want a bit of a kick, add a bit of this. It'll turn the dish red.
The gochugaru.
Yeah. So this, I typically eat it like this without the gochugaru.
So maybe if you're
If you don't
spice
want,
sensitive,
yeah, you can
maybe you
skip
don't
it.
need to put
But
the
if you,
gochugaru.
how about you? Are you?
Ah, I love it. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it. Wherever you, whatever you want.
I actually
It's
don't.
pretty. Look at that.
This is how, a lot of restaurants or households eat, especially in the South. They make it even redder than this. But
I think I've seen that.
my mom's side of the family is they're Northerners, so they didn't do that many spicy foods. It's my father's side who love like salty, fermented, spicy stuff. Now this, you can just set it aside like this
Okay.
for now.
So again, I'll talk through what we did. So,
Actually, I'm gonna put it on a plate.
okay. So again, we didn't put the green onions in yet.
Oh, we didn't? Well, we
So
can do
green
that now.
Onions, perfect. So we did the sesame oil, teaspoon sesame seeds, the fish sauce. We did only a little pinch of what we gave you of the black pepper, the green onions that are sliced, and the 1 clove of garlic, and we kind of just she used tongs. And then if you want the gochugaru, which is the chili flakes, you can decide if you want to put those in, but we did. Oh, that looks good. It smells good. That sesame really.
Yeah. So you don't want to overpower with the sesame oil. That can easily just take over. So the Koreans never drizzle
Yeah.
sesame oil. We do droplets.
Okay.
We don't use it like olive oil, except in saamjang. You can be pretty liberal in saamjang, and that's totally yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the question for Christina is, are they supposed to be soft when cooled?
Soft. Yeah, but it should have a
It's
a
still
bite.
pretty crunchy,
It should-
actually.
Because these are not mung bean sprouts. I don't know if you're familiar with mung bean sprouts. Those are the sprouts you find a lot in Chinese cooking or Vietnamese like pho.
Yeah, Christina, ours are still very crunchy. So like the actual
It
white
should have,
part is kind of softer, but not completely wilted.
yeah, it shouldn't be like, they should be soft with a crunch. I
Yeah.
don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't taste like raw sprouts.
Yeah, they should be just a little wilted. All right. And
So
we're
you
just
can
gonna
just put it on a like small plate or a small bowl,
love it.
shallow bowl usually. The
Great.
Koreans have Banchan dishes. They're made for like, small portion side
I
dishes.
love that.
Yeah.
Has anybody been to a Korean restaurant before? Have you been to the Majuta in Urbana? Look at how beautiful. All right. And our rice, should we be looking at our rice anymore? Or we know that our rice is basically fine.
It's good.
And do we
Well,
have
you
it
can
on
turn it
very,
off.
very low, so
You can turn it off,
turn
I
it
think.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, we're turning our rice off. All right.
I'm just tasting this real quick.
Yeah.
What I
You
call
got to.
chef's tax.
Yeah. Lori says, many in Los Angeles in terms of Korean restaurants. Tony says yes. Rebecca says yes in Urbana. Great.
Great.
Okay.
I know Lori loves Korean cooking.
Mm,
That's what she told me.
yeah, me too. It's so flavorful.
Mm.
Okay, so is it time? We've got about a little over a half hour left. So
And then, so now, is it timer 20 minutes? Oh, we already did the rice, so we don't have to worry about that.
okay.
Now we'll do the zucchini.
Okay.
Um,
So we already have that little guy washed. Do you want another cutting board?
no, I'm just
okay?
gonna wipe this one part
Yeah.
because it's all veggies.
Totally. So we have a saute pan that we're gonna use. Do we want to use the non-stick one or the stainless steel?
If you have a non-stick,
This one?
is it non-stick?
Got one non-stick, which we
But-
were maybe gonna use for
Oh,
the,
but it's a big one,
beef.
right?
yeah.
No, this is
Okay.
fine.
Okay,
Hopefully it won't stick too much.
yeah, if you have a, non-stick pan, that'd be great. But we're gonna use a stainless steel and just like a little skillet,
Yeah.
okay? And then how will they chop their zucchini?
Okay, I'm gonna get to it in a second. So these we're gonna do matchsticks, and you're gonna want a bowl or a bowl with a colander. That should work, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that should work. So like, usually I have when I use Korean zucchinis, ehobak, they're about this tall. So, and have a like a more mottled appearance.
Mm-hmm.
They're really flavorful. These are regular zucchinis,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I find these to be slightly more bitter, but you know, it's totally fine to use these. And then I just wanted to show you,
Oh my
like, you
gosh.
can find like this kind of colander that it's great when you have small amount, like when you're doing a few, what do you call it,
You
cherry
sure?
tomatoes? Yeah,
Look how cute these are,
yeah.
just like for a pint.
And then when I have to salt the zucchini, this is a great thing to just put, and it'll collect the liquid,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just dump it.
Okay.
This, I think I got it at Meyer or Schnucks or something like that.
Just a little one.
Same thing. But you'll need to put something for the liquid to drain, because the salt will draw out liquid.
Okay. So some sort of colander. We also
Yeah.
have something like this.
Yeah, this
but as
is
long as you have a
totally
little
fine.
bowl.
And for this size, I think this will work better. So
Okay.
we're going to just cut off the end. Maybe a little bit like that.
Both ends, yeah.
And so there are, various ways you can cut this. You can cut it long ways and then do matchsticks. But for these, I just like to do
Cut in the middle.
no, I just do like that. And you want to do about, I don't know, an
Okay.
eighth of an inch.
Okay, so just instead of matchsticks, we'll just do.
Oh, we are doing matchsticks.
Oh, we are?
But we're
Okay.
gonna cut it like this first.
Oh, I see. Okay. So we're gonna do discs like an eighth of an inch.
Yeah, and
discs.
if they're thicker than an eighth, that's fine too.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Um,
But then
The-
you'll probably
these
stack
takes
them. And,
these take no time to cook. I mean, like barely couple of minutes
great.
at high heat. So
Yeah, there's so many amazing. We do all these different kits with different cuisines. Like last month we did a Indian class, and I
mm,
feel like
I love
Korean
Indian.
so focused on fresh.
Yeah,
Um,
we eat so many vegetables, um, on the side
mhm.
that they have to be fresh. But we also do a lot of reconstituted vegetables also, the dried kinds.
Mhm. So they're gonna slice their zucchini into little discs, and then will they will you stack them?
So we're
into
gonna,
slices.
yeah, I'm doing this in batches because
So much.
it's getting crowded,
Mhm.
but I'll put these here too. So like, manageable stacks,
Okay.
and then,
Just into little.
yeah, maybe a little bit thicker than an eighth,
Okay.
or an eighth is fine too.
So she did like a stack of
Yeah.
4 or 5, and just did about a quarter to an 1/8
Yeah,
strips using those
yeah.
discs.
And if you don't feel like doing it this way, you can also do just half rounds,
Okay.
like
Like half discs, half
like
rounds.
this. and then just do that. But since I started the matchsticks, I'll just
And they look so
continue.
pretty,
Yeah.
honestly.
I think they do look pretty as matchsticks.
And I think they'll be kind of the same thinness of the sprouts, which
Yeah.
will be kind of aligned. So were you someone that would help out your
Mhm.
parents? You were in charge of the rice as a kid, but
Mhm.
would you cook a lot with
I
them?
did a lot of like garlic peeling,
Yeah.
especially like during kimchi season.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
it's like ton of garlic, so which I didn't like doing because it's pretty tedious.
Yeah, your fingers
Yeah.
smell like it for a
Yeah.
few days.
Yeah. And then for the sprouts, those have like smaller tails, you know, what do you call it? The root.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember them being like extra long when I was a kid.
Oh,
So we would actually sit there and
break
take
them
them,
apart.
yeah, take them out, you know.
Oh,
And that was very tedious too.
yeah.
But then when you cook it, they look nice
Uh-huh.
on a plate
Mhm.
without the tails,
Uh-huh.
the roots, I mean. So that's an optional thing, but you
Like
know,
without this
with a
part, like you would separate.
no, it'll be well, this one is missing.
Oh, the roots.
The
The
root,
roots. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
No, you
Okay.
want that,
Yeah.
because that has the real crunch.
Yeah, yeah.
But that
Okay, but
little
the stringy roots.
stringy root, that we would like this would be closer to what they would look like on a plate,
Mhm.
you know, without the
Right,
I
right.
call them the tail.
Yeah. Okay, so are you gonna do the whole zucchini?
I'm doing the whole you know, if you want to do just half, that's fine too.
But your future self will want you to do the whole
Yeah.
whole zucchini because you'll be
Well, let me see. I may not need the whole, but yeah, let's do the whole.
that's-
Are we good on time?
yeah, we've got about a half hour.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, where did time go? I thought like I had an hour left.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm actually not gonna finish this. I'll just do this much.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know the meat won't take long to cook.
Yeah, so it's been marinated.
Yeah. So
And
now
we'll tell you what to do eventually for the mushrooms next time.
so I don't know how much salt I said to put on this.
This one said 2 teaspoons.
Yeah, that's probably more than necessary, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna do like a couple of
Pinches,
maybe 3 pinches,
3 generous pinches.
maybe more. Four generous pinches.
Okay. And you're just mixing the salty.
I'm just tossing this, you
Okay.
know, so that, and then within like seconds, they're gonna start having liquid come out.
Okay.
And then we're gonna squeeze this after a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and we're just gonna let it sit like this.
That's good.
And then I forget
Okay.
what we were doing.
Maybe next step is either meat, maybe meat.
Yeah, actually, I think we should. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think we've
You know,
kind of
actually,
been doing pretty good.
yeah. All right, I think let's cook this actually. It's already very liquidy.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to cook this in a medium,
Medium heat
yeah.
pan.
But first we're gonna squeeze this
Okay.
so that,
So the liquid comes out.
yeah.
And pretty firmly squeezing them.
Yeah, I mean, we want to leave some of it because there is salt in it. I should have done this in 2 separate bowls.
In another bowl.
Small plate.
This one.
No,
plate?
Plate, yeah.
Okay. So just using that colander kind of squeeze
Yeah,
and then putting the squeeze stuff onto the squeezed zucchini onto a plate.
yeah.
Okay.
So all of this you can do ahead, you don't have to do everything in one day. Because the last thing you want to cook is really the
Beef.
grilling part.
Mhm.
So, and that takes no time at all. So, like this, I would do on the day of eating, but Kongnamul, the soybean sprouts, you can do a day ahead, no problem.
We'll keep.
And then, like kimchi and jang, you can, you, you can have it prepared ahead of time too.
So you got a decent amount of liquid in there. That's like maybe
Yeah.
like a
See, it's like,
almost a cup, maybe a tablespoon or two.
yeah. So
Okay.
like, I don't usually salt this when I cook this because I already salted.
Uh-huh. Makes
But
sense.
if you want to add, it's totally up to you. It's
Okay.
optional. So
Okay.
we're gonna cook
You want me
this.
to heat this pan up for you?
Yes, please.
So medium heat, you said?
Yes.
And I think we were going to do, we have some canola oil for you.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And we
You can
portion
you
that.
can use
Yep.
olive oil, you can use vegetable oil, but nothing too strong like sesame. It actually kills, to me, the taste of this.
Yeah.
You can add like droplets at the end if you want, but don't cook with it. I'm just gonna use this to cook.
And I think this pan, because it heats up so fast, is ready to go.
It's ready to go? Okay.
So we're adding our oil.
I'm gonna use only half of a tablespoon,
Okay.
and then
Okay. Yep.
is it good?
I think so. And we're just adding
Pour
all
it
of
in.
our zucchini in.
And the garlic.
Okay. We had a little oh yeah, nice. We had some garlic.
And then, yeah, this is gonna be done like in a minute. So if you cook this long, it will get kind of bitter. So I don't, you're barely cooking it. It should still have a sort of crunchy bite. So I think it's like barely a minute. I think we're done.
Okay.
That's it.
Wow, amazing.
So this is like, I love making this because it,
So fast.
I mean, yes, you have to chop this, but the cooking time is like nothing.
Okay,
It's-
so
and
less than a minute.
It's gonna continue to cook. So if you
Okay.
can give me another plate that
Yeah,
size.
Well,
Oh, actually, I can rinse this.
we've got this one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So we're just putting
So-
it on a little plate,
Yeah, this
and
is,
you got your
so
chopsticks.
you got your, this is almost overcooked in my opinion.
30 seconds only.
Yeah, I think 30 seconds is a good time because it keeps cooking.
Uh-huh.
And if you wanna season it, please feel free to add more salt or whatever it is that you like. And this can be eaten cold
Okay.
or room temperature. Same with the sprouts.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Okay. Doing
I'm
good.
just gonna put this here.
All right, so we've got our zucchini, our
Yeah,
sprouts, we got our rice,
yeah.
sliced veggies.
Now-
So now I
Now
think
we'll
it's
go
just
to the meat.
It's exciting. So we have another skillet. So either you could use the same skillet that you had and just rinse it out.
But yeah, we're gonna want this cooked in high heat.
Okay.
Um,
And then for folks using the mushrooms, you're gonna want to slice your mushrooms 1/4 to a 1/2 inch lengthwise.
yeah,
And then they can just cook those up in some oil.
I'm gonna need the shears. Also need a platter.
Okay.
And if you're when you cook this in a large portion, you wanna have the oven warmed and keep them as you cook.
Elise says, give us meat grilling instructions too, because I think she's interested in maybe grilling.
Oh, okay.
So would you just preheat your grill
Reheat your
up?
grill.
So you got a little garlic on there. Okay. so
It's my
preheat your grill.
daily routine.
And then how long do they typically grill?
Just
Just
a few minutes on each side until they're like kind of caramelized, and that's it.
high heat?
High heat. And then when it's done, typically what we do is like when we do a tabletop grill, once they're cooked, we cut off the pieces and then put them on, sort of low heat because then we can keep eating.
Yeah.
And
Are you
then
taking the bones out?
yeah, you take the bones out, and if you want to pick on the cartilage, you might want to cook the bone thing separately longer,
Okay.
because the cooking time for the bone area would not be the same, So since we're cooking this really fast, I don't recommend picking on them unless they're well cooked.
That's good.
And then I don't remember.
So we're gonna heat our pan up.
Is it heating?
No, just medium heat, high heat. What are you thinking?
Medium high
Medium high.
or high.
Okay. And ours gets hot pretty quick.
Yeah.
So for this, we don't use any oil. We're just going
No
straight
oil,
in.
no oil.
So for the mushrooms, you will want to
Maybe
probably use
you
some
oil, yeah.
Yeah, and you
But
could do canola. You could use the rest of
olive
the
oil.
olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this hot?
Maybe. Yeah, it is.
And is it high?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can do higher.
Okay. So if you're doing this indoors, it's better to have the fan going or windows open because your clothes will smell like this. Your hair will smell like this. Some people don't like that. So, just keep that in mind.
Tony says, when do you take the bone out? Now or later?
Later.
Later after it's cooked.
I mean, you can theoretically do it now, but I don't know. I just do it
Yeah.
after it's cooked.
Okay.
Could be hotter.
Hotter?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Because these are still cold.
Uh-huh.
We don't want this like boiling. Yeah, it
Okay.
should be pretty hot.
Okay. We'll do
Yeah, it's
hot.
almost boiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
It should be sizzling. So
Yeah.
we increased our heat up. It will probably sizzle a little bit just because there is some liquid, but
Yeah. I mean, you can blot it out to make it,
yeah, we want
less
it to be
liquidy.
kind of high heat. Okay. Everything good? Is everybody onto their meat or mushrooms? I see some people rushing around the kitchen a little.
You can see.
There's is that Ed? Hey, Ed. It's great to have people's videos.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, so this heat was too low. It should have gone a little.
That's okay, Rebecca. Rebecca says, I'm a
back.
little behind. That's all right.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Take
Oh,
your
Agatha,
time.
she says, I'm in California. I'll be
Hey,
eating
Agatha.
What'd she say? I'm in California. I'll be eating this for dinner later. Yeah, you're what, 3 hours behind? So
Yeah.
that's sweet of you. I'm so glad you're here.
You couldn't cook this later and eat it too, since you have everything ready.
Angela says, hi, like a sear? Yes.
Yeah, you want to sear, if it's high, it should take a couple of minutes on each side, but this one, because of the liquidiness of it,
We're just kind of wanting that
yeah,
have a little bit more of a crust.
Yeah. So this is high, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And I probably didn't preheat it long enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's okay. So
But
typically with the sear, if people, some people might have a really, might be searing stuff, so they'll just be flipping their meat with tongs.
Mm.
Ideally 2 minutes on either side,
Mhm.
or until they kind of get like a nice
yeah,
crust
nice,
on it,
nice, brown
coloring.
coloring. You're definitely not gonna get the same kind of coloring in an indoor, pan like this.
That you would on a grill.
On a grill is like the best. Even like those camping grills, you can get those, you can buy them at probably H Mart, they have those
Huh?
tabletop grilling pans for this, and you get like those cans of butane gas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's what we do when we want to do like that sort of thing.
We are getting a little bit of caramelization,
Yeah.
it seems, on.
Yeah, this is looking almost done.
Okay.
It's probably, as far as the meat itself, it's probably cooked, but because this one's looking kind of pale, I wanna
Yeah,
let it
keep it a
go.
little longer.
Yeah,
Smells good.
and then,
So when they're cutting the meat up
Mhm.
after it's done,
Mhm.
do they cut around the
Yeah.
bone?
Yeah, I'll show you, when I'm cutting it. I use the kitchen shears. You'll find Korean restaurants do the same. They even cut vegetables with scissors.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I think a lot of people find it shocking because it's like, what are you doing? It's not a craft project, right?
Well, they're probably very, very sharp in order to.
Yeah, but it's very convenient. I think this is about done. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna put it here like
Okay.
that.
Great.
I'm gonna give it a little more caramel here. Now I think the pan is getting hot enough. That looks about done too.
Agatha made the saamjang recipe and she said, the saamjang recipe was amazing.
Oh.
I just had some with the pepper. No.
Yummy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that with the pepper.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's great.
Okay, so
I'm
we
just
did a
gonna-
few and we're just gonna finish up on a
Yeah.
couple.
The reason you don't wanna, you can like crowd the pan when you're grilling, on a grilling rack, but since this is a pan, it can easily steam and you don't want steamed
Mhm.
ribs.
Okay,
So again, this can be an entree just like that, and you can have it with rice without the saam.
I can get rid of that for you.
Thank you.
Everybody doing good? Things are coming together. That's great.
So while this is grilling,
Okay,
I'm just gonna put the kimchi in a small bowl.
yeah. We've got about 10-ish minutes, so we might go a little over, but that's okay. While things are cooking, if you haven't put your zucchini on a nice plate, or the sprouts, now's the time to kind of get those
Yeah.
all out. And you're doing a really cute thing with all of your kimchi.
Mhm.
Brought some of her pottery and
Yeah, this is a little dish that my mom brought from Korea.
oh,
It was part of a set.
that's great.
And then,
Get this out of the way.
okay, thank you. There are, I'm actually gonna arrange some of this. Check on the, yeah, that looks better.
Okay,
I think,
having
yeah.
the pan be hot.
Yeah, the pan is hotter, so it's looking nicer,
Mhm.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, having a like crust on
Yummy.
there. Yummy. Caramelized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you if you like your lettuce less wet, just dab it with towels or spin it in the salad spinner.
Okay.
I'm just gonna,
So at least we did, we had a couple kimchis. We had, one from H Mart,
mhm,
but then there was a vegan one that we got from the co-op.
mhm.
The co-op sells several different kimchis. But yeah, this one, we got one really huge one. It was like a gallon sized tub that we got from H Mart. I can't remember the brand. And I don't know if we have a picture of it. I don't think we do.
No, I don't think we
No.
did.
That's okay.
I'm gonna give it a couple,
It's
maybe a minute
good.
or so.
Okay,
Um,
so do we need typically like another plate or you do a bowl?
I'm
for
gonna
all
do a
that?
bowl
Okay.
because they're kind of good to arrange in a bowl.
Um, Ellie says gallon size at H Mart. Okay. They also you could take a look for the gallon size jugs of kimchi, and then you could also they've got the smaller portions of that same brand. But I really liked the mother-in-law's kimchi that we sell at the co-op. It's really tasty. And it's a Korean
Mhm.
company. And then Jean asked, do you cut up the kimchi? We did it.
Okay, it depends on the brand and the type. Sometimes you'll get a whole half a head of cabbage, the Napa cabbage. Otherwise it should say cut kimchi.
Okay, so like the stuff that we got is already cut.
Yeah.
So don't need to cut it even more. So now we're just dabbing off our lettuce.
I'm just gonna do a few since,
Yeah.
we can just get more if we need it.
Julia says, how long will the leftover marinade survive in fridge?
You mean the marinade itself or with the meat?
I think she's talking about the marinade itself. I think because it has meat juices in there, you probably don't want to keep it for too much longer. But if you had more meat that you wanted to reuse the marinade,
Yeah,
possible you could probably do it for a day or two.
I think,
What would you say?
okay, so the marinade, you make them basically separately. That you can keep in a jar probably a week.
Oh, she
But-
said without the meat. So if she remade the marinade,
Oh,
and she's saying in the future, if she remakes the marinade without meat,
yeah,
she can just keep it.
yeah. And one thing I'd like to do is just portion them and then freeze them.
Oh,
And then use them like when you want to have galbi or whatever, bulgogi or,
Mhm. mhm.
although bulgogi will have a little bit different flavor than this, but anyway, you can, I would recommend freezing
Mhm.
and then just defrost like the day before you want to use it. But you don't want to keep it for too long because it has,
Agatha says, how long does it keep in the freezer? Probably a while,
probably a while,
like
yeah.
months.
Months, yeah.
Um,
Probably not years, but definitely months.
yeah, it'll probably start to, the
Mm,
flavor
yeah.
will probably start to take on the freezer, the freezer flavor after maybe 6 months.
Too.
Elise says, the kimchi we received was in huge sheets, so we did cut it. That's totally
Okay,
fine.
that's totally
Yeah,
fine.
otherwise maybe one of your Psalms would be all kimchi.
Okay, I'm gonna just cut this like this.
Okay. All right, we're nearing the end. So
Okay, I'm gonna
you're gonna do a little
cut the-
tutorial.
I'm gonna cut the meat.
Okay.
So I need to put this
Yeah.
away.
Mhm.
Oh,
So get out your kitchen shears. If you don't have shears,
put
You
it put it on a cutting board.
uh-huh.
But the way I do this is basically cut
Oh,
away.
you just kind of cut
Yeah.
the bone,
Yeah,
that
there-
strip that has the bone.
exactly.
Okay.
And then I do love to pick on this. So if
Oh.
it's cooked enough, typically I want to cook it longer than this because it's got more fat and cartilage.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this in a separate
Plate?
plate. Yeah.
Okay. So for people that like, I do like that, the fatty bits of the
Yeah. So, like, I don't know,
kinda
little
like inch chunks.
inch chunks, a little bit bigger than inch,
Oh my
depending
gosh,
on
that looks so good.
um
So again, she's
did you just what do you call-
salivate.
Yes, I
did.
thought I heard.
Yeah, I did. So she's just using the shears to kind of cut lengthwise to remove the bone segment, and then
Mhm.
she's kind of just sectioning that bone
Yeah,
part over here, which you could still eat around if you like that.
yeah. Just bite size is fine.
This looks so good.
That's a big bone. It's like mostly it's a lot of
Some of
fat
them are
here.
mostly bone, yeah.
Yeah. But
And sometimes you notice that that strip even comes out on its own.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like the
It's like
the fat kind of
Exactly.
separated completely.
definitely,
Julia says the sauce burns when I put the meat in the pan. Is there a trick so that it doesn't happen?
the what?
The sauce when it could be that your pan is too hot, but you kind of want that caramelization. So maybe I think that's why you were saying a fan, having a good fan
Yeah,
on
exactly.
is important.
Yeah.
So it will kind of burn a little bit, and
Yeah.
that will add that crust
Yeah.
on there. The other thing is she didn't add all of the marinade juice.
Mhm.
She just kind of took the meat out of the Ziploc,
Yeah, I didn't
And-
put the rest of the
marinated. So if you
marinade.
did, maybe you could scoop out some of the marinade if you poured all the marinade in your skillet.
But
Okay.
it will make it saltier if you
Mm.
use all the
Mhm.
juice, and then it'll start to boil too. Okay,
Yeah.
you theoretically want to make this a little bit neater. This is like I would do the cutting on a what do you call it? Like
Cutting
a
board.
foil
Oh.
sheet pan,
Uh-huh.
and then transfer it to
So but that's the artist in you.
yeah, it's just I don't know. But hey, it will taste good.
I'm sorry, Julia. Okay, she said, sorry. So use the sauce in the pan to help the pan not burn. Okay, I would say maybe turn down your skillet just a little bit because you might be getting a better flame than we were. And I would say it is going to burn a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually want that. So you're
Yeah.
gonna sear on high heat
Yeah.
with that kind of burning sauce.
Yeah. You want
And-
sear, and then like if it's seared with a color, you can lower the heat then,
Mhm.
and then cook it through.
Yeah.
Um,
But that as long as it's not letting your your fire alarm go off, I
yeah.
think you'll be okay. Okay.
Use a little bowl.
How
Yeah.
pink can the meat be? So
Uh-huh.
ours is actually fairly cooked.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of
There are some pink sides. If you want it more done, just cook it some more in the pan. It's okay.
Angela says it is delicious.
Oh, really? Hey, you started without us.
I love it.
Could I use this bowl?
Of course, any of the bowls
Okay.
you can use.
Well, so scoop out some rice into a shareable bowl.
Okay.
Well, we'll do a sampling,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
you'll walk them through building one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have a plate of your own, small
Okay.
plate. Is it this? Can I use these?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. You get one.
Okay. All right, we're building now.
Okay. So remember, we're doing all in one. So if you don't think you can do it, you can do half of the lettuce.
Meaning if you can't fit it all into your
Yeah,
your mouth
into
at
your
once.
mouth.
Okay.
So
So we're starting with our lettuce first.
yeah.
Let me move the-
Actually, we can move that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna because I
All
want to
right.
bring everything close so we can.
That's good. Okay, so first step is get a bite-sized leaf of lettuce.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then take a leaf of perilla.
Okay.
That too, if you're not sure, just do half.
Okay.
But I like doing whole.
Okay, and then perilla just folds in onto the top of the leaf.
You just rather than folding, let it
Lay on top.
like this,
There we go.
like that. Okay.
Okay. There we go.
And then you take a small, like a teaspoon of the rice.
Okay. Will you load me up?
Yeah. I'm gonna do this one for you.
Okay.
And then, oh yes, we can't forget the saamjang.
Banchan.
This is very important. So this, you can stretch the saamjang by adding more hot water
Okay.
and sesame oil.
Okay.
But so this is not like peanut butter. So you don't want to be like spreading it all over. I know I have friends. We have friends who would just, slather
Slathered on.
on and they love it that way. But I'm like,
So we're
yeah.
using like an eighth of a teaspoon to a quarter teaspoon.
Yeah,
Just like a little.
little bit. You can
Okay.
add more later.
Okay.
And then take a piece of the meat.
Okay.
This one. And then whatever veggies you like, I'm gonna put
But it's traditional to build it on your hand, right? To build it.
build it in your hand because you're gonna be wrapping like a pouch.
Okay.
If you want, do you like garlic raw?
I'll do it exactly the way you want.
Okay. And you can skip it if you don't like raw
Oh,
garlic.
look how sweet. She gave me a little garlic sliver. Great.
And then
We did one slice of pepper, a couple
Yeah.
of slices of
and you can add more if
Add
taste it first.
Okay.
Now we're gonna put a little bit of kimchi.
Okay.
Now these are the radish parts. Not
Oh yeah, right.
those are perfectly great for it.
Mhm.
And that's it. So now you're going to do that.
Kind of like fold it in. on
Fold
its
it
side.
in and like a
And then?
like a big dumpling. And I'm not gonna do this on
Nope.
camera.
Fold it all in. Okay, I'm gonna fold it in and I won't be talking for a minute. Okay, here we go.
Good. How is everyone doing?
Mm.
Is everyone doing okay?
Mm. Wow. You're right. All of the flavors all
All of
happen
them.
at once.
Mhm.
But I got a little perilla and then
A little bit of this. So like, if someone tastes a perilla by itself, they'll be
yeah.
like, "What is this?"
Mm.
But you really need to eat them all together.
I'm so glad everybody says delicious. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Yum. Perilla tastes minty.
Yeah, it's almost minty, but it's not minty.
Yeah, it is
Eh,
part of the mint family, I think,
yeah,
but
probably.
it's like licorice mint
Mhm.
almost.
And don't confuse it with shiso. They're very different. They look very much alike,
Mm.
but Perilla's shiso has a very strong taste that I'm not a fan of, but some people like it.
Someone asked, someone was like, such a new experience for me.
Yeah.
And then they said, please repeat the order of ingredients. So again, we're gonna do another one. So we'll do a lettuce.
Okay. this time I'm gonna have you try this.
Yeah, great.
Instead.
So a little piece of redhead lettuce, then you're gonna do like half
Half
to a
or whole.
whole of perilla leaf.
Yeah, we're gonna do the chrysanthemum this time because
Uh-huh.
we have them here.
And then from there, you're gonna do a little bit of rice,
Yeah, about
kinda like a teaspoon.
and
of
rice is actually optional if you're like low carb kind of thing. A lot of Koreans would skip the rice because they want to have a lot of meat
Uh-huh.
because rice will fill you up. But
So lettuce, perilla leaf,
Yeah.
a little rice,
and then
saamjang.
saamjang, just like you can add more if you like, you
Yeah,
know,
that's good.
you can add less if you like,
Mm-hmm.
but not like peanut butter or butter, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll
Then
give you some
pepper,
yellow pepper,
a little garlic, a little
little
scallion.
garlic.
We're doing like one little slice of each,
Yeah.
couple scallions.
You know, this is all whatever you want. It's very, you know,
Build your
flexible.
own.
Yeah,
I love that.
totally. Did I put garlic on this?
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I'll put
You
garlic.
did for me.
And then I'll put let's put oh, this, I see what you mean. This is big.
Yeah.
Good thing you guys cut it. We didn't cut it.
And then kimchi, and then meat.
Oh, did we? Oh, yeah, no, oh, okay. I usually put the meat before,
The meat after the saamjang.
but it's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
It's all gonna mix in anyway.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
And then just wrap it and eat it all.
Mhm.
And then you do the dance. I'm gonna give you some
Wow.
banchan. Do you have fork or something?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we're gonna try the banchan.
Mm-hmm. The banchan, you just pick, you know, when you want, like in between your bites.
Mm-hmm.
You could put some in your plate if you want, or just pick from the plate, you know. But it's very normal for Koreans to just share.
I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let us know what your favorite banchan is. Do you like the sprouts or the zucchini?
So the banchan too, you can have with rice. It's
Mhm.
good to have with rice. They're meant to be eaten with rice.
It's so fresh. It really tastes so fresh. It's like my body's like, oh, you needed these veggies. Well, we're almost out of time. Well, we're a tiny bit over time, and that's totally okay. But thank you guys so much. I hope you're enjoying your meal. And EKAH, thank you. You did such a good job.
Thank you.
introducing
Thank
this
you for
community
having
to us.
me.
You'll have to stay tuned. I will send the recording out later today. And then I also put into your baggies. Let me show you. We have a really amazing Indian cooking class that is going to be a really interesting Mumbai chaat, which means like a Indian street food class. There's going to be a lot of different types of Indian street food that Sarisha is going to teach in November. And then we're bringing back some of our arts classes. So Vivian Krishnan is going to be teaching it's going to be a multimedia art class, but mostly featuring like watercolors, and we're going to do a fall still life class. So we haven't really fully promoted this class yet, so I'm giving you guys a sneak peek if you wanted to come to that class, and then it sells out really fast. So definitely register, and then we would love to have you back for more classes. So thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday with us. I hope you enjoy the rainy weather that's coming finally with having a drought for so long. But yeah, enjoy.
Thank
and
you.
We'll keep in touch, and I hope that EKAH will come back to do more classes. But yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I learned so much. Thank you. It's a great recipe and we love the outcome. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Eka and Sarah. Thank you. Yes, more classes. Jim and I are loving the food. I'm so glad. You guys
Aw.
enjoy. And feel free, we welcome you to take pictures of your Saam or your preparation and feel free to tag us. We would love to
Oh,
spread the
yeah.
word and spread the word more about
Yeah.
our classes and
And if you ever have questions on this, just reach out to me. You know,
yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
happy to answer any question or have, recommend products even.
Mhm,
So
And definitely check out what art markets are you going to be at because her artwork is amazing. So you're usually, are you at the Craft League?
yeah, I'll be at the Craft League coming up in November,
Okay.
and then I'll be out
The
at the
Mhm.
Funk Farms. It's the Shocking Awesome event. And then there'll be a Toad holiday event in Urbana at the IMC. I'll have that on my Instagram and Facebook. So
Yeah. I'll make sure to tag the Instagram so you can follow her. I've got a couple of your pieces in my house and my mom has some. And we love Eka's work. So once you see her work, you'll be like, oh, I recognize it because she's been featured in a lot of different arts galleries and 40 North does the Boneyard Art Festival and you had the signature images a couple times, right? So
yeah.
all right, so we'll let you guys go and it's been a pleasure cooking with you guys.
Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your weekend and we'll talk soon, okay? Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.